What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, doing another live episode on Twitch. It has been a minute, but this team's actually performed very, very well. We're 21-15. It's early in the season. I get it, but we're 8-2 in our last 10. 21-15 overall is above expectations. We are second in the division and very nearly first in the division. If we go and take just a quick, I'd say, temperature check on some of our best players, Brian Reynolds is having a very good season so far, and you can just tell from OPS, which is actually not going to be in this section here, but you can tell from OPS on some of these guys that we're getting really good performance from, I mean, pretty much everybody. Gavin Sheets has been crushing it, 889 OPS with 12 home runs. We have a lot of guys with double-digit home runs already. We go to the top here. Reynolds, OPS at 984, 12 homers. And the reason I'm saying home runs along with the OPS is to get an idea of the sample size. Glaber nearly double-digit home runs, hitting 291. OPS also around 950. Gavin Sheets, OPS near 900. And for those who don't know OPS, it's on base plus slugging. And basically, it's a pretty good metric of how good a player is at getting on base and how much damage they do when they do get on base. So home runs obviously equate more, and then it scales down with slugging. For a triple, double, single, or getting out. And then getting on base, it's just a better idea of how good of a hitter you are rather than just batting average. But if you have an OPS of around 700, you're about league average. So anything into the 800s, you are well above average, and 900 plus, you are an elite player in the league. And we have a lot of guys just hitting really, really well. Franmil Reyes. Gavin Sheets has been such an awesome pickup. We traded for him, and some of you complained that I put in the title that we traded for him and he's a beast. We traded for him in the offseason, and he had a monster performance. I guess the real annoyance is that we traded for him in the episode before, but I wanted to highlight that this was this big trade piece, and I don't think it's clickbait as I'm lying to you. I think it's just more so that I'm providing an appealing title that will reach the masses while, you know, still highlighting the player I want to focus on. And speaking of players I want to focus on, Oneil Cruz has been electric so far for us this season, hitting 273, 6 homers, 4 steals. But here's the thing about Oneil Cruz, is he's been upgraded big time in real life, and those are not reflected here in franchise. Everyone in the comments, everyone in the chat is saying upgrade Oneil Cruz to where he should be with speed and arm right now. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And the reason I'm not going to touch contact or power or vision, anything like that, that's kind of his production as a hitter within this franchise. But it's the physical tools that should be in a different spot that started out way lower than they should have been. Those things I'm going to change. The physical things that will never get upgraded, I have to manually upgrade. I did want to show you guys our notifications. Some fun facts about some of our prospects. So, Dylan Peters is getting shelled. That's really the only bad one, because Christian Hernandez at AA, we traded for him from the Cubs, division rival. He's having a heck of an April, hitting 358, 7 RBIs in just over 53 at-bats. No, in 53 at-bats. I'm like, that's an odd way to phrase it, but I read that wrong. Carlos Salazar, who a lot of you like to remind me is not Carlos. I'm not saying Carlos, but when there's an O and an S that blend together at the back end of the name and the front end of the last name, it's tough to not make it sound like it's saying Carlos Salazar versus Carlos Salazar. Like, you can't even hear the difference, and I'm basically saying the same thing. Anyway, he raked in April, hit 300 in 70 at-bats, 16 RBIs. Blake Wyman, 2.61 ERA in April, struck out 19 in 20 2/3. Good performance from kind of an unknown guy. I think you guys would agree. This really isn't a super well-known prospect for us, but he's pitched well, maybe looking at a promotion sometime soon. And Bubba Chandler at AAA, 3.66 ERA, and he's probably a little bit too young for AAA anyway, 17 Ks in 19 innings. If we go to Bubba Chandler here, I want him to be my two-way player, but I got to figure out how to get him two-way reps, because he can hit, but he doesn't get the opportunity. I have to figure out how to play him at both shortstop and starting pitcher. Now, Roberto Garcia, this was a draft pick for us. You need to be a starter. So who am I sending to the bullpen here? Blake Wyman, but he's pitching well. We're in a tough spot with that. But we're gonna send him to be our long reliever. Showcase your versatility. I need to get Roberto Garcia to be a starter because this is a guy I'm actually really excited about. 19-year-old lefty, 5-pitch mix already. And, I mean, we drafted him. I don't remember if he was a high pick or not, but he's someone I'm excited about. Carlos Salazar's playing first base. Like, he can play first base, but damn, he's 5'7". Again, he's going to get a growth spurt. It might be, he might grow an inch or two right now. All right, let's get after it. So, here's what we're going to do. We have the struggling Huascar Ynoa. ERA is unfortunately high at a 6.69, as you might be able to see in the top left. He is 1-4 on the season, and we are trying to beat the talented Toronto Blue Jays. Very similar record, 22-15 for the Blue Jays compared to our 21-15, half a game back. And Kevin Gausman's good, having a great season, 42 strikeouts in 46 2/3 innings to the tune of a 2.89 ERA. And in order to win this series, we have to win today. We got crushed by them on the 9th, and we narrowly edged out the Blue Jays on the 10th, 2-1. Our offense, which has been so good at scoring runs lately, has cooled down a bit, just 5 runs in 2 games. Well, today, we're going to jump in, try to get things going with Huascar Ynoa, and try to do the best that we can to hit Kevin Gausman. It's a big game for us. This is the lineup. We're giving Glaber the day off. Gavin Sheets is a bit tired, but I think we're going to have to use him against the righty, Kevin Gausman. We have an off day, I think, tomorrow anyway. Who else is not playing today? Anthony Alford. Kind of stinks to sit him against a righty, but he was also pretty tired. So we're letting some different guys play today. We're getting Diego Castillo to start at second base instead of Glaber. And we are letting somebody else play left field. It's not Anthony Alford, who's had a pretty good season. He really has. But we're going to go ahead and start Matt Frazier. So I'm hoping that he can swing the bat, show us a little something. Decent numbers against righties. So let's hope he has a day. Big rubber match here in the series. Interleague action. And we need Ynoa to show us something. Not having a great year. ERA approaching 7. And that whip really matches what we've seen with that ERA. 1.54 whip. Just not dominating as much as we think he should be able to. Or at least as much as we hoped he would be able to when we traded for him in Season 1. And he's not got an easy task ahead of him. The Blue Jays can really hit. Need Ynoa to pitch well. You know, pound the zone. I think it's going to really determine whether he can get first pitch strikes and work through this Blue Jays order, which is obviously incredibly talented. Bo Bichette. We all know what Vlad Jr. can do. And we just need to pitch well and get outs. 3-2. Big pitch. Fouled off by Bichette. He's going to spoil it. Might go to the slider here. 3-2. Bichette once again spoils it. We got him out in front. Let's show him the circle change. Should be a good pitch. Just hit on the ground weakly to Sheets. All right. It's going to be really tough to get these Blue Jays hitters out. So, dude, Jeimer Candelario in the 2 spot. Not only is Jeimer Candelario on the Blue Jays now, they got him hitting second. Not exactly having a great season. He's under that Mendoza line, went 0-for-4 last game. Let's hope that he continues to be cold. And it goes 0-for-4 today. See, that's no good. 3-1. Had to come over the plate with a fastball. Didn't want to load or put a runner on base in front of Vlad Jr. And we made a mistake. Huascar Ynoa continues to do what he's done all season, which is get shelled. Jeimer Candelario, who couldn't hit water if he fell off a boat, got a fastball belt high, down the middle, didn't miss it. It's 1-0 Blue Jays. Oh, Huascar Ynoa, dude. He's not the ace we thought he could be. That's for sure. Oh, fastball down the middle. That's the same one Candelario just hit out of the park. Ynoa blows it by Vlad Jr., though. I mean, decent AB overall. We got some strikes in there. Mixed in our pitches. But that fastball is something that Vlad Jr., usually he's not going to miss. Here's George Springer. I mean, there are just some flat-out killers in this lineup, and they can take advantage of mistakes like that. Springer looks like he was taking all the way. 2-2. Ground ball. Sheets can't dive and make the play. This one might carry him off the wall. Reyes will field, but the fast Springer left second base very easily. Stand-up double here with 2 outs. But if we can limit the Blue Jays to just 1 run here, I'm not going to be all that worried about it. That was a good pitch from Manoah as well. Didn't really catch too much of the plate. Springer just stayed on it, drove it the other way. And obviously Gavin Sheets, not exactly a gold glover over there. Just couldn't get a hand on it. 1-2. That's a good pitch. Got him swinging. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. really expanding the zone there. Striking out, swinging. Leaves Springer stranded on second base. And I was a little bit worried because once you see a hit like Springer gets, it sometimes can snowball and go from one hit to the next to the next. You see a home run. But it was really just a solo shot from Candelario. And we have to trust that our offense is going to be able to do something. We are facing a really, really good pitcher here. So working counts is going to be super important. Gausman is very good, but a whip at 1.24 is not elite. So he's someone that can put somebody on base every once in a while. And hopefully we can do that a lot today. Get on base and drive them home. Oh, fastball down the middle. It's funny. I played this game on Xbox, and of course, I play to win, so I'm on a different camera and using zone hitting. It's amazing switching to this camera. That fastball gets in on you really, really quickly. And it's funny because when I'm actually, playing, that fastball at 100, I'm going to be early on every time. But here, it's like 93 gets blown right by me. But we were early on that swing. Here's a 2-2 to Reynolds. It is ball 3. And the Franimal waits on deck, hoping to hit his 9th home run of the year. Reynolds, love for you to get on. That is ball 4. Nothing like working a 7-pitch walk to start the game. Get Gausman thinking about it. Get somebody on base. Only 4 stealing, so obviously not a big threat to go. But we want to get that pitch count up. And we want to force him to make pitches and give us pitches to hit. Count can run full to the Franimal. Big hitter on deck as well in Gavin Sheets. And that is a hanger, and the Franimal, I can just call him Franmil Reyes, fouls off the circle change. You got to smash that. That's got to be crushed. But we'll take ball 4, and it's back-to-back 7-pitch walks. Both in full counts, worked by the Pittsburgh Pirates here, and a very dangerous hitter against right-handers in Gavin Sheets. And that was first pitch, swinging ground ball into right field. With no outs, runners are not testing the arm, and it will be bases loaded with nobody out. Fastball down, Sheets stayed all over it and ripped that to right, past the second baseman. Maybe we could have sent Brian Reynolds, but with O'Neal Cruz coming up now with 99 speed, I might add, we are not going to test it. Bases loaded. And slider just off the plate is ball 1. That is ball 2. Gausman here can't seem to find the zone. And look at O'Neal Cruz the last 5 games. 10 for 21. Batting average just under 500 in this stretch. He is on fire. Will he continue? No! Fastball up in the zone, popped up behind the plate, and Cruz will be headed back to the dugout. Got a 2-0 fastball just way out in front of it, and unfortunately, couldn't really hit it as well as we wanted him to. Yeah, show him after that. Let him know, O'Neal. He's like, I just popped up, bases loaded with nobody out. And now we're going to go to a much less scary part of our order. It's Key Brian Hayes and Nick Gonzalez, who just don't really hit righties particularly well. And we just need a base hit. I mean, anything to the outfield really would get a run in. And once again, close pitch, not going to be given the benefit of the doubt there. It's ball 1 to Key Brian Hayes. Strike 2, inside fastball. That's just a really good pitch. Unless we can turn on that, I feel like that's a ground ball double play out of the inning waiting to happen. That is ball 3. Another full count here, and this has been a bad inning for Gausman, who, while he hasn't allowed a run, is at 23 pitches already. Here's going to be number 24. Third full count of the inning. Fastball down the middle, fouled off by Hayes, spoiled. And he keeps getting fastballs down the middle. This one hit fairly well to center field. Going to go ahead and test the arm of Springer. Reynolds got pretty good wheels, and he's going to score. Probably a closer play than we'd like, but we will at least tie the game. Bases loaded, nobody out. To now have it be first and second with 2 outs and only 1 run coming across. Not exactly ideal, but we do get a run in. And now Nick Gonzalez, who has had some pretty clutch hits for us of late, especially in the last episode if you saw that, it's a big spot. Base hit, probably only going to score 1, if that. But obviously we need that. That's a line drive to left, and it will not get down. Line drive right at Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and we are out of the inning with only 1 run scored. On 1 hit, though. We're going to go back to a fastball. Show it to him again. There's strike 2. Going to try the slider. This is going to be an unhittable pitch. Oh, and it is. Strike 3. Teoscar flailing wildly for the first out of the inning. We'll go back to the slider here. And strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Noah. Chapman goes down swinging, chasing the slider. And, yeah, that might be a good idea. Throw his primary pitch more often. Kind of one that he has a little bit more command of, as that one floats right down the middle. Maybe not. Let's show it to him. 0-2. Slider got him swinging. Back-to-back-to-back Ks. All swinging. All on sliders. And Huascar Ynoa strikes out the side. Great second inning. This is the guy we thought we would get. And it might just be relying more on the slider. And we might be able to get the best version of him. Diego Castillo making a rare start here. We'll check swing on the first pitch of the AB. And usually we have another Venezuelan second baseman playing. That is Gleyber Torres, but thought we'd give him an off day against Toronto here. Of course, we'll probably be available off the bench against the lefty to pinch hit if we need him. But also not a bad idea to get a look at Diego Castillo. Maybe not. I might bring in Gleyber right now. Matt Frazier, another guy playing for someone that plays a lot more, and Anthony Alford. Kind of our everyday starter. All right, we got a piece. Here is the 1-2 to Matt Frazier. Back-to-back guys making rare starts in this order. I want one of them to show me something. Fight for more playing time. Show me why you deserve to be someone that maybe is a starter. And it's probably not going to be Diego Castillo. But Matt Frazier, if he gets hot and Alford even cools off a little, Matt Frazier could be someone that's a starting outfielder for us in left. So I need to see him really get some good contact. Way out ahead of that splitter. Strike 3. This inning not going nearly as well as we bring up Henry Davis. Someone that I'm considering sending down. He's hitting 168. I feel like when we piece it up, it goes nowhere with Henry Davis. I mean, and when I say piece it up, I mean good timing on a meatball. And Davis is just either fouling him off right now or hitting him weakly back. Can't catch up to the fastball upstairs out of the zone. That's not on Davis. Did have a single in the last game, but is down 0-2 against Gausman, who challenged him with a fastball. This one actually has a little bit of life. This one's deep to right. This one is caught at the wall. Teoscar Hernandez makes a nice play. Thought Davis may have gotten all of that, and I certainly didn't think that was going to be an out. Wow, that one's going to get down the line. Can Frazier hold him to 1? Bichette going to test it. Throw from Frazier. Got him. Bichette tried to stretch it into 2, but it's a cannon in left field from Matt Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Picked up the ball. Gunned him at second base. It's out number 2. And a line out from Candelario ends the inning. Blue Jays might have been cooking something, but Bichette got greedy on Franmil. Tear in a 1. Ground ball past the diving first baseman. That'll be a base hit for Franmil Reyes, who reaches for the second time today. I believe he walked to start the game. Good rip. And that brings up Gavin Sheets. Had the first hit of the game to load the bases. And would love for him to get a mistake. That one just spoiled. That was very nearly there. We need that to be a little bit more inside for Sheets to be able to pull that out. Strike 2 to Gavin Sheets. I mean, that wasn't a strike in the first inning. I guess that's a strike now, somehow. That's a strike. Dude, who is behind the plate? We're going to have to give him a cookie 2-1. 97 past Springer. Looks like he was sitting off speed. See if he changes his approach. 2-2. Slider. Spoiled. And he did hit a slider pretty hard earlier. Let's go back inside. Here's a 2-2. Fastball. Fouled off. 97 up in the zone. He's still late on it. He's going to go to the slider, though. Strike 3. Springer goes down swinging, trying to get to that slider. And Inoa's really finding a groove. Is close to 60 pitches here at the top of the fourth. I'm not really too worried about that. I think that's a fine pitch count at this point. He's really settled down. But he's getting strikeouts. Like, naturally, when you strike guys out, you're going to throw more pitches in an at-bat. He's not a sinker baller. He's not a weak contact type of guy. He throws hard, so sometimes the ball gets hit hard. But he's really settled down into a groove here and is pitching really well. Really leaning on the back of this slider. And it's working out perfectly. There's another strikeout. Gurriel again. Can't seem to get a read on Inoa. Fans for a second time. 4-pitch walk to Hernandez. You just couldn't find the zone there with the slider. But maybe we can get a double play with Matt Chapman up. Doesn't run particularly well. That's a really good pitch for a ground ball. Maybe get the two-seamer to bear in on him. Here's the 0-1. That one is absolutely hammered down the line, hooking and foul. Might not go back to that pitch. 0-2 here. All that is strike 2. Holy hell, that was smashed. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was smashed. Here's a 1-2. Back to the slider. 1-2. Fastball. Wow, Chapman lays off. What an absurd at bat here. Here's a 2-2. This one might be a tough play for Reyes. Might have to dive. Laying out. Can't make the play. And that is a hanging circle change. Right down the middle. 2-2 again. Chapman swings right through it. Inoa wins the battle. Back to the bench. Back to the dugout, Matt Chapman. Inoa really relying on this slider, but it's working. It's another strikeout. Runner will run on Davis. That's a mistake. We should know at this point, you do not run on Henry Davis. Sure, he can't hit yet. Sure, understandable. But you just erased another runner. Back to the dugout goes Teoscar Hernandez. Good throw from Davis, your host. Quit trying to take the extra base. This is getting dangerous. Struggling to find the zone. Gets the ground ball. Castillo goes a short way to Cruz. That is the final out of the inning. And we're headed to the bottom of the fifth. Inoa goes 5. Do I bring him out for the top of the order? Probably not. Allows only 2 hits, maybe a walk or 2. That's a great outing. I think he's going to be done. Gunderville, thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate you. That is the same Reese McGuire that beats his meat in parking lots. I'm saying plural because it's going to be more than one. Henry Davis, dude, just get into one. One time for me. Line drive right at the third baseman, Chapman. I mean, at this point, it's just getting a little bit unlucky for the #1 overall pick. Line drive, fly out to the wall and right. Screamer at third base. I mean, that was only hit 86 off the bat, actually. So not really hit all that hard. It's fastball up, man. I mean, Gausman just used it to dominate this game. And Huascar Ynoa, unfortunately, not in line for the win. We will be making a pitching change. Reason being, Inoa's pitched well. He's had a really rough season, and he's pitched really well today. If we go ahead and pull up the box score here, Inoa went 5 innings, allowed only 4 hits, 1 walk, struck out 8. It's a great outing. We want to keep it clean. Started to labor a little bit in the 5th. Not going to test it. We're going to go ahead and make the pitching change. Bring in Keone Kela, who has been very, very good in a very small sample size. Only 2 innings. Has not allowed a hit versus lefties. Maybe hasn't even faced a lefty. But we need him to dominate here. 4-pitch mix. And I'm hoping that he just can shut down these Blue Jays. Not being able to throw a strike in warm-ups is a rough start. And he's facing the top of the order. Did not want to let Inoa see these guys again. So we're going to hand it over to Kela, who produces a fly ball in the first pitch. Ray is camped underneath it for out number 1. Vlad Jr. swings at the first pitch. He's going to fly out to Brian Reynolds. And, I mean, all that's showing me is that the next batter is going to swing at the first pitch and fly out to the left fielder. And go just right across. Right, center, and now left is only natural. Let's see it. First pitch. Taken for a strike. And strike 2. Springer just cannot catch up to the fastball. So 0-2. Yeah, guess what pitch he's seeing. Heater. Up. Oh my God, Blue. If he's taking that pitch 0-2, send him back just because. That's right there. Unbelievable. We are getting squeezed this game. Strike 3. Springer elevates. Chases a fastball way up and out. And Kayla's got a pretty good inning. We got the heart of our order coming up. 2, 3, 4. Reyes, Sheets, Cruz. Let's get a run. Dude, I don't know why this slider hanging across the plate, good timing, just doesn't even make contact with it with these batters. I don't know what Gossman's throwing that's avoiding bats like this, but it ain't that good. It ain't that good. 3-2, full count to Reyes. We've been here before. He walked the last time. This time is swinging 3-2. That one deep to center. Going back, Springer will make the play in front of the track for out number 1. Reyes gave it a ride. Just could not find grass. Couldn't touch grass. Reyes stays inside all game or all day and plays video games. Hanger. Dude, splitter up in the zone. How is he getting away with this? Just early. Swings right through it. Fastball blazed right by him. Oh my God. How is Kevin Gausman doing this? 0-2. Good curveball. Struck him out. Letting Kayla pitch the 7th. He's just got so little action. Such little action the entire year. But I want to see more of him. He's so good. And his pitch count's fairly low. But once he starts getting a lot closer to 20, his day will probably be done. That's a strike. It's 1-1. Good call. Good call. Got to go to the first base umpire. Maybe he actually knows what he's doing. Come on, Kayla. Good curveball. Spoiled by Hernandez. And now this is when we start to think about, all right, maybe Kayla won't last the inning. We'll see how this at bat goes. Strike 3. Hernandez goes down swinging again. Kayla's pitching well. It's a 7-hitter. He's probably going to stay out for the inning. There it is. Kayla fouled away. He's just not chasing this curveball. So I'm going to go to a different pitch. 2-seam away. Try to get him. Here's the 3-2. Payoff pitch. Got a lot of plate. Chapman didn't miss it. Oh my God. He's really ripping that 2-seamer. That one came back over the middle. Chapman just laid into it. 422 off the bat. I said earlier didn't think he was going to hurt me, but when you make mistakes like that, he's got the power to take advantage. And the Pirates go ahead and take the lead. Or nope, the Blue Jays take the lead. I'm the Pirates. That's bad. I mean, it's right down the middle. It's right down the middle. You can't miss like that. Kayla's going to be done. No, he's not. Scope just, he doesn't hit lefties. Or, yeah, he crushes lefties, doesn't hit righties. We're going to leave Kayla in. God, dude. I don't think we're going to be able to score on Gosman is why I'm so freaking frustrated. Dude, they're just spitting on this curveball all of a sudden. I don't know where this was a minute ago. But now it's like they will not chase the curveball. Dude, even 0-2. 2 strikes, these guys aren't even considering it. Umpire won't give us anything at the top of the zone. So, I don't even know what we can throw. How do you not swing at that 3-2? Doesn't even flinch. Payoff pitch once again. Changeup hit on the ground at Diego Castillo, and we are finally out of the inning. Long ABs here. But Chapman went ahead, put the Blue Jays on top, and it's a very pitcher-heavy game so far. But, I mean, we're just one swing away from tying it, and we'll have to do so against Jimmy Garcia. 2.35 ERA in 15 1/3 innings, allowing pretty low batting average. Ground ball. I mean, it's a slider down the middle. And once again, we just cannot take advantage of these mistakes. Great timing. Just Gonzalez just really can't hit it hard. It's a slider literally right down the middle, and it's out number 2. We'll bring in Sam Howard, who's pitched really well this season. Just looking to keep the game where it is. And he better be able to get out Reese McGuire. He has to. Ground ball at Castillo. He's showed some pretty good range at second base already. I know Glaber's not the best second baseman in the world, especially not in game. He's better defensively in real life at second base. Definitely not at short. Diego Castillo's looked really good there so far today. Might be a tough play for Cruz. Nope. Look at the range. 6'7". He got to that easily. And of course, with his arm, Bichette was never going to leg that one out. And now we'll see Jeimer Candelario for the first time as a right-handed batter. Switch hitter against the lefty for the first time. Sam Howard, 3 pitches, 2 outs. Doesn't really get a whole lot better than that. Hard hit ball right at Reynolds. But that's just baseball. Line drive ends the inning. But we don't have a lot of chances left. Bottom 8. These fans. These ones in the Willie Stargell jersey. They want to see a win. And we'll face Tim Meza. Lefty, rocks a sinker baller, and has actually been dominant so far this season. 0 ERA. Average against right-handed batters, 111, and against lefties, even worse. Under 100. And this might be the end of Matt Frazier today. We're going to bring in Anthony Alford to pinch hit. Big-time power against lefties, having a great season. And he got the day off, but now we need him. We need that big-time power against lefties. Swung right through a fastball. Oh, my God. How do you miss that? He's got great speed, too. So we can even get him on. Or leg one out. We might be in business. Meza! Looking like a gold glover. Makes a perfect spinning throw to get offered. And we might go to another pinch hitter here for Henry Davis. Gleyber Torres will be in to pinch hit. Having a phenomenal season here in Pittsburgh. 946 OPS, 9 home runs, and most importantly, crushes lefties. Michael Perez is going to come in off the bench. But Gleyber, this is your spot, and that was your pitch. Can only foul it off. They got a pretty big pull shift on Gleyber, by the way. Would love to get something on the outside part of the plate. Sinker, Gleyber swings right through it. Unreal. Hanger! Gleyber! Deep to left field! No doubt about it! And the Pirates have tied it up! It's a solo pinch hit home run for Gleyber Torres! It's a glue bomb for Glue Bar! And Tim Meza can't believe it! This one goes nearly 430 feet. 107 off the bat. And it's 2-2 here in the 8th. Gleyber Torres did exactly what he needed to do. Come off the bench, get a hanger, and you hang it. Gleyber says, I bang it. 89 right down the middle. Gleyber Torres takes it 430 feet away from the plate. It has put us right back in this game. Could not have asked for a bigger hit from Gleyber. That's his 10th of the year. And we got some momentum finally. Top of the order, 1 out. Brian Reynolds, let's continue the magic. Let's go. Also, in the Twitch stream right now, chat's going wild with the nuke emote, with the Glaber emote. It's a chaotic scene. The chat goes mild. And I'll tell you, Henry Davis wouldn't have done that there, by the way. Henry Davis would not have. Ripped by Reyes. It's a good pitch by Meza. Sinker right below the zone. Hard hit ball right at the shortstop. But the damage was done. The game has been tied. Glaber Torres off the bench. Did what he's been doing this year, and that's doing damage. Only her 3rd hit of the game. This one couldn't have come at a bigger time. Also, Robbie Grossman, 6 RBIs in win versus Mariners. Robbie Grossman, if you watched the last episode, we played the Tigers. He's had a really good season. And I guess he's going to continue that. Bryce Harper with 3 dingers. You can see on the bottom ticker. But we're more focused on our game right now. Or should be, at least. Here's a 1-2. That fastball got way too much plate. Howard left a fastball right down the middle. I mean, what are these guys doing? Glaber ties it up bottom 8. And then Sam Howard's like, how about a fastball right down the middle? I mean, it couldn't have been any more down the middle. That's how we've gotten crushed. It's been 3 home runs, all on fastballs right down the middle. I mean, Sam Howard's been great this year. I had no problem keeping him out, but he's pulled now. I didn't even miss my spot there with Pulse either. He just left it down the middle somehow. Ground ball. Wow. That one going to sneak through. Inning still alive for the Jays. Ground ball at Cruz. Goes a short way. 3rd out of the inning. We are down by 1. Courtesy of a George Springer solo shot off Sam Howard. And we maybe should have made a pitching change before then. But Howard's been so good. His pitch count was low. And we have to face the Texas Longhorn legend, Corey Knebel, who has not had a good year. Has allowed a very high batting average against righties. An ERA close to 6. And has not been very accurate. But we've got a good part of our order up against him. Let's see if we can do some damage. Gavin Sheets is a good guy to do it. It is not there. Ball 3. O'Neal Cruz on deck. He has been hot lately, but no hits so far today. 3-0. Yeah, we're taking all the way. I'll tell you that for free. And hopefully Corey Knebel doesn't hear, because we want ball 4. And we got it. Curveball missed. Sheets is on. Knebel has no interest in throwing a strike here. Absolutely 0. That's ball 2. And that is 6 consecutive balls for Corey Knebel. Here's the 2-0. Finally a strike. 2-seamer catches his zone. 2-1. And now the at-bat truly begins. Had to wait for him to throw a strike. And that one sent deep to right field. Hanging up there. Right fielder camped underneath it. That is out number 1. Hernandez making the play. Looked decent off the bat. Cruz got around on it. Just couldn't hit it quite well enough. Only 78 off the bat. It's a great spot. 2-seamer right in on the hands, catching the black. It's a good pitch. Ball 3. Oh my goodness. That's a strike-worthy call. We're taking all the way there, of course. Here's the 3-0. That is ball 4. Umpire finally giving us the calls we need. These are borderline, but we were not getting these calls. And now Nick Gonzalez is up. Laced the ball earlier with runners in scoring position. Nothing to show for it. And he's up in a huge spot. Knebel cannot find the zone. He's thrown 2 strikes the entire inning. That's the strike call you're going to give? 2-1? Dude, we're in a 2-0 count. Knuckle curve below the zone gets the call. For a guy that can't throw a strike, you gave him a gift. Gonzalez rips it right at the left fielder again. That is out number 2. And it should have been 3-0. It should have been 3-0, really. And we don't swing at that 3-0. And it's all up to Michael Perez. First at bat of the game. He had a good season last year. He's not a good hitter. But gives this one a ride. Deep to right center. Going back is Hernandez. It finds the seats. Michael Perez. 3-run walk-off home run. His first at bat of the game is a game ender. Michael Perez. Unbelievable scenes at PNC. That one destined for the Allegheny. Michael Perez, I don't believe it. Hitting 182 on the season. Michael Perez makes me eat my words. GG. Game over. Game ender. Knebel wild out of the zone. Wild in the zone. Hanging. Curveball. Perez says, I got it. Game over. Walk-off home run, and we win the series against the Blue Jays. Fan made an incredible one-handed catch, by the way. Unbelievable finish to what turned out to be an unbelievable game. Alcala gets the win, Knebel gets a loss, and we win the series. They were the only at-bats those guys got. Gleyber Torres, pinch hit home run. Michael Perez wasn't a pinch hitter, but late substitution, late addition to the game. And first at bat, home run, ends the game. Unbelievable. Wow, Roberto Garcia, one of our top prospects, torn pec. Out for 1 to 2 months. Well, unfortunately, we're losing a really, really good pitcher. And, we'll enter the game. Chance to walk it off for Brian Reynolds against Tampa. Let's pop in. Reyes shoots that one in the gap. That could be the game ender. That one's going to drop. That one ends the game. Big, big hit by Franmil Reyes, who I just said was cold. So maybe that's the jinx. Say they're not a good hitter or not hitting well, and they'll end the game for you. Franmil Reyes, big time. Would have been a double. Ends the game. Don't even let me throw this pitch. Or you can, because it's strike 3. Bednar ends it. Game over. We're kind of going back a little bit more to winning and losing, and then losing a few, winning one, losing a few, winning one. We were on a hot streak for a while, but it might be time to really look at this team and make some changes. Although, look at Inoa, dude, getting it going. Goes 7 1/3, allows only 1 run, 5 hits, 1 walk, strikes out 8. Oscar Inoa is starting to get hot. Matt Frazier goes 2 for 3, as does Nick Gonzalez. Gleyber 2 for 4 with a double. Oh, yeah, this is perfect. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Shea Langoliers is their catcher of the future in Oakland. Austin Allen's a decent backup, but they got C.J. Rodriguez, too, who's comparable. Daniel Suzuki, who actually was someone we could have drafted. So I'm going to make a trade for Austin Allen. I don't know if I could just trade Endy Rodriguez and get him. We could just do a player swap like that. And I'd be interested in that. We're taking a little bit more money, but Austin Allen will be my new starting catcher, I think, over Michael Perez. Lefty bat, hits righties pretty well. Not having a terrible season. Actually hit pretty well last season. Oh my goodness. Austin Allen, kind of nuts in a really small sample size. So maybe we can find something there. We're going to trade Endy Rodriguez straight up for Austin Allen and get a little bit more depth at catcher. And he will be our new starter. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Max Kranick. Okay. We're going to give them Jacob Gonzalez. He's got some potential. He's only a 55 overall. Not really of interest to me. And Cal Mitchell, who's actually having a decent season. For Glenn Fortenberry. He is 29 years old. He's a 69 overall. Nice. This is not our future of first base. But what can he do? He can hit lefties. He is kind of a nice guy to play when Gavin Sheets needs a day off against a lefty. Having a decent season at AAA so far. So we're going to give him a shot at the big league level and hope that he can carry over that success. And that is a big trade for Fortenberry. Glenn Fortenberry, welcome to the bigs. Tied game, batting at home. All right, we'll pop in. Oh, that's a hanger. Fastball down the middle. Reyes deep to left center. That one gonna one hop over the wall. Ground rule double for the Franimal. Got a fastball belt high. Not even a hanger. It wasn't a breaking ball or anything, but just stayed right down the middle in. Couldn't get it out, but a really good hit. And yeah, we'll take Franmil out. Bring in the speedy Anthony Alford. And Gavin Sheets, base hit could end the game. Base hit probably will end the game. There it is. Gavin Sheets, deep to right, no doubt about it. Walk-off, 2-run home run. And that's why we got him. He can do that to right-handers. Another walk-off home run in this video. Our third walk-off of the video. And Gavin Sheets are going to send Pirates fans home happy. Gavin Sheets, let's go, baby. Matt Frazier with a home run in this game, by the way. Goes 2 for 3. Okay. So that's going to do it for this episode. A lot of fixing with stuff that's probably done off camera, but I want to make Bubba Chandler a two-way player is kind of all you need to know. And Henry Davis is starting to rake down in the minors. But draft will be the next episode, 2023 first-year player draft. Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.